Hey guys, it's Viking here, coming at you with another disclaimer. Um, Let me remind you guys that every episode is recorded 15 days in advance of original release. And with that said, some things are poorly timed sometimes. In the moment, what is just, dumb humor, immature humor, could be seen as distasteful depending on what is said and when it comes out. Um, which is why I will warn some viewers. Uh, for those of you who don't know, my grandfather, he has become very ill and declining quickly. Um, and we all love and care for him very much right now. And yeah, he might not be with us for very much longer at this point, but I will say that something is almost too close to home that is jokingly mentioned in this episode. No direct ties or anything, just completely coincidental. Um, and just want to put out there that maybe if you are direct friends and family of the situation with my great grandpa, it might be too much of a subject to listen to right now. With that said, this was my warning. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the episode. That was nice. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. I am your host, Isaac William Joseph, along with co-host
Jordan.
Yes,
Jordan.
Yes, sir. It is episode 24.
24.
Big 2-4. Shout out to Kobe.
Jeff Gordon.
And Jeff Gordon. Yeah. We got a good one for you today.
Well,
let's first and foremost, it is right now 10:23 p.m. Friday night, January 20th. It is the first episode of February.
technically.
Next episode will be the week of Valentine's Day. Are we
First
bringing our
episode.
girlfriends on for that one?
Sure.
Sweet.
Maybe? I don't know.
Cool. She won't do it, of course. But
Wait.
who knows? Magic can happen.
Wait, I don't. Oh, honestly, I didn't really hear what you said, but yeah, I don't have a girlfriend, so like, I don't
That's
know.
not what you were supposed to say, Jordan. Do we have any announcements, like news related to the podcast or the website? Personal goal for me. It's not up as we speak, but maybe up as release date, maybe as you're listening. Dustin Dalton's bio will be up on thescaldstone.com website. He is our graphic designer. He has shown interest in maybe doing merch and or helping with editing videos. And, he just really wants to help a lot of things. But right now, he is I guess it's an announcement within itself. We've mentioned Dustin plenty of times, but I mean, we've mentioned that we've hired Dustin. But if you go take a look at our YouTubes and maybe take a look at our socials, some things here and there has been changed cosmetically. We look a little bit more professional on YouTube, especially once he's done with all the thumbnails. Just helping us get a little bit more legitimate. Having our ethos improved. I've just been recently reminded what ethos, pathos, and logos were. I've always known that logos was logic, but
I had no idea what any of them were.
I had heard of it in high school. Never really paid that much attention. Honestly, it was really intimidating. Now that I know the difference between all three of them very clearly, not so intimidating. But I guess go check out Dustin Dalton's bio as well as mine and Jordan's on thescaldstone.com. As you all know and should be following us on Instagram, Facebook, all the other things. We have a few new followers.
That's cool.
Yeah, we have a total of 64 followers
That's cool.
on our Instagram. Are you good, brother?
Yeah. Why?
You severely bored or what?
No, honestly, you want to know the truth?
What's that?
I'm fucking exhausted. It literally just hit me all at once. Like, about 5 minutes ago, right before we started recording, like, the exhaustion and tiredness just was like, just,
Really?
slammed right into me. But I'm good. I'm good. We'll get through this. We'll be fine.
Okay. So, we have... So, as you all know, at Too Many Words Podcast is the Instagram. First 100 followers, or just until we blow up and can't keep track of you guys anymore, we will give a shout out to every single Instagram follower, including every single Patreon subscriber. Here's the shout outs from this week.
I don't think we even promoted the Patreon in like the past 2 episodes.
I mean, that's up to you, brother.
That's true. You did tell me that was my thing. Yeah, I don't really think about it, to be honest.
We gotta change our habits, you know.
Yeah, this is
But at Off the Field TV followed us. It looks like a podcast of their own. It's really fun with other podcasts. Follow us.
I like that. I think that's neat. I like it when that happens.
Yeah, it's like when small businesses support each other.
Yeah.
It's really appreciated. That's got to be like the 4th or 5th podcast that's actually followed us. Really cool. And then my classmate from Comp 2 at summerdunham.gym followed us
Okay.
yesterday. It was really
All right.
awesome.
So
She
much
had
information.
told me that she did listen to one of the episodes I had recommended to her last week. And, you know, we rarely get feedback like that, at least in person. It's new to me still. And it genuinely made my day when she said, "Hey, I listened to episode 16 where y'all ranked Phase 4 and talked about Wakanda Forever."
That was a good episode.
She's like, I didn't really agree with your friends when y'all ranked Wakanda Forever.
Really?
She's like, "I agree with you. It was so good." And I was like, "Heck yeah, you do. It was a good movie, bro." But yeah, shout out to summerdunham.gym. She's very much into the gym, it looks like. And then we have at Tanu Aki 143. Aki is AKHI. No clue who this man is. But he's a follower and supporter, so I'll take it. Take it. Welcome to the club. But I guess still very new to the podcast is our new Twitter, which might be in the balance of, I don't know, we should probably do like a special thing for what Twitter can stay and what Twitter should go. Like first Twitter to 50 followers or something like that.
That could be interesting.
And then the other one gets deleted forever. And we post the same stuff on it. But
no, we post different stuff to each of them.
like we're competing?
Yes.
Sure, we'll talk about it with Dustin. But currently, one or the other, Twitter's _too many words, and that's a good one. What's the other handle? What's the handle that you made
for
the original Twitter?
TMW podcast?
Yeah,
right?
TMW podcast. There might be an underscore in there somewhere. But TMW _ podcast. Oh, nice belch, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't taste good.
No, we should have a competition on who can last the longest without burping or farting on air.
I lose.
But okay, I think that is genuinely the last of the announcements. I'm trying to predict if there's going to be anything new on the Scaldstone or anything like that. But yeah, other than Dustin's profile, other than our new Twitters, just give us a like and follow on the respective platforms and continue on with your day and share the podcast, of course.
I love you if you share the podcast.
Yeah.
If you don't, I don't love you.
Damn.
As much.
I will always love you guys. But, if you can hear this, that means you're a listener, and that means I like you, okay? But please share the podcast. You can rate us 5 stars. One or the other. I don't care. Maybe both.
We're pretty
If you do
cool,
both,
man.
you're
Come
the
on.
coolest person I know, okay? But as you guys can tell, my voice is just a little bit different.
He is.
I'm a little under the weather right now.
He's a lot of bit under the weather.
A lot of bit of the
A
weather.
lot of it over
Okay.
the weather.
Yeah, Hannah says I sound awful.
You do not sound great at all.
So I don't sound sexy.
No,
I feel like that's the running joke.
because you sound a little nasally too. So
I think that's just my voice though.
maybe.
I feel like I genuinely have a very annoying voice sometimes. But anyways, I'll be talking like this most likely the entire episode. I am cheating on my resolution of only drinking water.
Hey, that's just sun water. It's fine, okay? We had this discussion before.
But
we
yeah,
started
Hannah got me
recording.
some orange juice to help me right now.
Yeah, I was like, what is orange juice made out of? Sun and water.
And that was all the orange juice. Cool.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
You're gay.
What's wrong with being gay, Jordan?
No.
Huh? Anyways, Jordan, do you have any topics to discuss this week?
I want to briefly touch on my job situation.
Yeah, let's do it. Get it.
Okay,
Get
so
it. Get it. Hit it.
there's still nothing completely official yet from what,
I mean, Hy-Vee likes to be
Like-
slow when it comes to doing good things to good people, but you know.
but from what I've gathered from who I've talked to and everyone important that I know of there. Oh, excuse me. They have all been told it's happening.
Good.
But so my manager posted the schedule for the week after next. My name is on it, but it's blank. Like completely blank all week.
He might know something that you don't.
So I'm assuming that it's good. And from I was talking to Connor a bit on the drive here actually, and he's pretty much told. But well, no, he has been told that like it's me, like I'm doing it, like I'm gonna be there. So
Round of applause for Jordan, the assistant manager for the
assistant
deli
manager of the
department
Grimes Hy-Vee
in
Deli,
Grimes
yay!
Hy-Vee Deli, my dog. Yeah, started from the bottom. Now you're a little bit higher. Yeah,
I mean, it's quite a bit higher actually.
I mean, yeah. Simpleton to assistant manager. That is a pretty big jump, but like I don't feel like there's much steps between besides tenure and hard work. Hard work in Jordan. I did a good job at work today. They had me as a washer today. They said that
What
I'm
does that
really
mean?
good at washing. So in the paint department, you have to clean the steels before you sand the steel.
Okay.
Yeah, because the welders get to it first, and sometimes there's like oils on it and stuff, and just sometimes it's just dirty, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta clean it first, and then you gotta sand it. Oh no, clean it, dry it, sand it, and paint it,
Okay.
and then heat it.
You gotta cook that shit.
Yeah,
Powder
actually really
coating was
cool.
fun.
I feel like it's really cool. I feel like I have gained enough experience to fix the slight bit of rust on the skirts of my truck.
You think so?
Oh, I feel like if I just got the right equipment, I'm not paying for the equipment, but if I had the equipment, I
Just
feel like
ask a
I
job.
could. I feel like I could just.
my truck in here. Would you let me fix it?
I mean, there's big ass garage doors. I could definitely get in there. It's just,
One
they're
of
not
the
doing
kids in my welding class, my senior year, for his like I don't know if it was his final project or something like that, but he made a bumper for his truck,
nice.
like a whole ass bumper.
Auto body can get so cool when you know how to make stuff like that. But what's up?
What?
Is that it?
Yeah.
What did it look like?
Oh, the bump. It looked like
A bumper?
You know, like those like built
Mhm.
bumpers, like they're really thick and beefy.
Yeah.
It looked like that,
Okay.
but it was like square, not square. It was. What's the trapezoid? It looked like a trapezoid.
Okay. Okay. I might have to show you Eli's truck.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Does it look kind of like that?
No,
No. Okay.
this dude's bumper looked like very flat surfaces. The welds were pretty good because he was actually one of the star students.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, Casey was also in that welding class too, just so you know.
I mean, I know that he's a welder, so.
Well, yeah, but like we were in the same welding class.
Yeah. What could have been?
Yeah. Charlie almost became a welder too. He actually had a job offer from a very reputable welding company called Kinsey.
Yeah.
They're actually right over by Williamsburg, but it's kind of a far away, and he didn't want to go that far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like an hour drive. So,
Jordan.
what?
So, I want to talk to you about one of my subjects, and
Okay.
it's about the homework that I wrote a couple nights ago.
Okay.
I'm going to read it on this episode,
Okay.
but I gotta tell you this first.
Okay.
So, after I wrote it, I so proudly showed you guys what I had done.
Yeah.
Let me tell the viewers what I had to do. So, in my Composition 2 class, she asked us to write a singular page delivering a pitch or an ad for like a product or a movie or an idea, and we had to use pathos. Pathos is supporting your argument through emotional pull, right? So like getting sentimental and influencing the person to make an emotional choice, right? And so I wrote what I wrote, and I showed Jordan and the rest of our friends, and I was low-key kind of proud, and I read it to my mom. She's like, "You're super freaking weird. I have no clue what goes on in your brain." And my girlfriend, and she said something quite similar. Later that night, I go to turn it in on the DMAC website, and there's no turn-in slot.
Yeah. You told me that.
And I'm like, oh shit. Because if that means if there's no turn-in slot, that means I gotta show this in person.
Yeah.
I gotta show this to one person, or worse though, I gotta share it with the class. Luckily, I did not have to share it with the class. But I saw my destiny when she said, "Okay, now get into small groups or partner up." And this girl that I don't even know the name of, this poor citizen of America, she's like, "Hey, get over here." That's the last time she'll ever do that to my ass. She's like, "We could be partners." I'm like, "Yeah, cool." Oh, God.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
I wrote this before I knew I had to share this with other people. She's like, "Oh, same." She's like equally embarrassed, but she has no freaking clue what I've written. I'm like, "Yeah, mine's kind of weird." She's like, "Yeah, mine's kind of lame and weird too." Hers was about cameras. And she used the nostalgia factor to present a pathos and stuff. But this poor girl had no clue what she was getting herself into. I hand my phone to her, and she has to read this. Disclaimer: this presentation is not for you if you hate your grandmother. Hello, fellow human. Think about your family. Think about your favorite family members. Think about Grandma and how much you love her. She gives warm hugs, always makes your favorite food, never leaves you hungry or unloved. Grandma is awesome. Grandma is pure. Now imagine that she died! Do you want your grandma to die? Do you? Of course you don't. But she's getting older by the second, and you're just gonna have to accept it. But what if you didn't have to? We suggest that you and Grandma invest in a brand new religion. Now, I know what you're thinking. A religion isn't going to keep my grandma alive. Those are based on human purpose and afterlife. I'll have you know, You got it all wrong. This religion is like no other. It actually doesn't focus on the afterlife at all. May we introduce to you the theory of alphemism. Alphemism is the religious practice of achieving immortality. And the process is quite simple. Remember those troll dolls with the crazy hair? Those were sick back in the 90s. The good news is those are actually useful now. All you gotta do is take your troll doll to the god of immortality. His name is Gary. Nice guy. He will meet you at the tallest peak in Nepal and bless the troll doll. Once the blessing is complete, the final step is to shove it up your butt. We know that last part is strange, but think about your grandma living forever as you do it. Once the troll doll hairs make a sweet tail, you've achieved immortality! Through your faith in alphemism, of course. The best part about alphemism, besides living forever, is it's the only religion that isn't a weekly requirement. Yes, you only have to get a troll doll every 5 years. It's only fair since you'll do it every 5 years till the end of time. So what are you waiting for? Go grab a troll doll and a passport, and visits with grandma will literally never get old. Do it in the name of alphemism. Gary, the god of immortality, and do it for you. But most importantly, do it for grandma.
Fans and supporters should be able to recognize the name Alphemism.
The Alphemist. That's our fake god, bro. It's all becoming too real. But I will say, when she got done reading this, she went like that. Her eyes were wide. She did not make a lot of eye contact at first. And I tried to just be like, hey, I told you it was weird. Oh, dude. She's like, yeah, yep. She's like, I'm going to be honest. Yes, it was weird. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, no. You get a pass. I will only judge you through facial expressions. And, that was just so... Bro, I didn't know if I should die of embarrassment or just die laughing, because I was doing a little bit of both on the inside. Because I could not believe that I just actually had done this. Oh, dude. That's the last time she'll ever freaking pull me into a one-on-one group.
She learned her lesson real quick.
Oh, yeah. This is a girl that doesn't know my name. I don't know her name. Yeah, she's forever confirmed scared of me for the rest of time. Oh, dude. That is just so bad. But, let's see. I mean, we had to stick sitting next to each other because there was no social cue to just go back to your seats. And there was a little bit of waiting time. And I'm like, I gotta break this silence, bro. I'm not gonna see her. And I'm not just gonna sit in this agonizing feeling that I've never felt before. You know, honestly, I feel like it wouldn't be as embarrassing if they didn't shove the troll doll up their ass.
Well, yeah.
I feel like
that's like the number one part there.
I feel like it's a lot less weird if
they just ate it, they'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will say that is easily the weirdest thing I've ever written. But it's so tame compared to the stuff I've read. Compared to the stuff that we open ourselves up to. Honestly, I think so. There's legitimate religions that were made in weirder ways.
I said it gave me big Rick and Morty vibes. Like, you know, Rick telling Morty to shove the seed really far up his rectum.
It actually gave, once you said Rick and Morty, it gave me multiverse commercial vibes.
Yes, exactly.
But we start to make some small talk. Apparently, she's going to school for library science.
Oh, I see.
I did not know that existed. But yeah, she's gonna be a librarian. That's pretty cool upon her. She was gonna do some other science, but she decided to do something that she liked, and it's a lot easier to do stuff that you like. And I actually said that that's a really good choice out of you. So like she actually still made small talk with me, but only time will tell if she ever bothers to look my direction for the rest of the semester. I mean, she was never a girl where I'm like, oh, I gotta be friends with her, or I gotta have some sort of thing with her.
She's gonna tell that story to her kids.
No, no. Uh, I'm actually. It's kind of weird because like I'm so embarrassed to share it with that girl, but I just straight up just told everybody that listens to this podcast. I feel like everybody that listens to this podcast just they get my drift. You know, they're probably not surprised at all at what I've written. But yeah, she's like, so what do you want to do? I'm like, oh, I want to be a writer for movies. She's like, oh yeah, you said that on the first day of school. I'm like, yeah, yeah. So I feel like it would be really cool if I could just do that. Get creative. And she's like, well, you just showed me a lot of creativity there. She's like, that is creative, that's for sure. I'm like, yes, thank you. uh, Fun fact, grandmothers were both involved in our ads. So there was something to compare right there. Yeah.
Nice.
Something worth noting.
Nice.
But, yeah, I don't know. That's just, I have not felt that weird in a very long time. And I'm glad that I could share it here.
Yeah, I am too. Honestly, I think this is a great medium for it. Not medium. Staying on the topic of Rick and Morty, actually, I have you heard?
Justin Roiland's a bad person, yeah.
Well, I mean, I already. Okay. I don't know how to feel about it because, like, I'm just like this. We already knew this dude was not a good person.
I mean, I feel like you have to at least be on a couple drugs to write and be a part of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Unless you're
and like
me.
he was actually constantly drunk, like doing that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought he was just like. Wasn't he helping with regular show?
No, it was Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
He was a big part of Adventure Time. He was Lemonhead or Lemon Grab. Yeah.
You have to be weird to make a TV show like that as well.
Yeah.
Um.
Honestly, like, I'm not condoning what he did, but like, it's at the point where it's like, okay. Honestly, this isn't really anything unexpected, to be honest.
I mean, just because it's not surprising doesn't mean it's okay.
I don't know.
What's up, little T?
I'm trying to feed the cats.
Okay, go ahead and feed the cats, my brother.
Okay.
That was good. And like he was also like the co-founder of the development team that made High on Life. I didn't realize he wasn't just a voice on it. I thought that's all I thought it was, but he was apparently like
Heavily
essentially
involved.
a co-creator of the game,
Yeah.
which is interesting to me.
He's about to have a lot of money lines broken.
Yeah, like there's a like, not just even like him, like just a lot of companies and like teams like that are just gonna be fucked now.
Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland will only be a voice actor for it now. That's what I've heard.
Oh, well, isn't he going to prison?
I mean, I bet they could just do what they did with Mr. Potato Head, and they just got, they got enough voice samples to probably just automate that shit.
Maybe.
But like he's like almost the entire voice of the show.
Yeah,
So
he
it's gonna be
voiced.
really weird.
He was like
Both characters.
not just both characters. He was a lot more than both of those characters. Like,
Oh, of course, he's got range. He was probably like so many different characters.
it's like a Family Guy situation,
Mhm.
where you got.
Oh man, that's like Family Guy losing Seth MacFarlane. Oh my gosh, that's tight.
It's the equivalent of that, quite literally.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, creator, all that, like 70% of the voices just gone.
It's like one of those guys where it's like Yeah, he should go to prison. But man, why'd you gotta go and do that, bro? You had a lot of bros rooting for you and your content. He was a likable guy, but I guess, some personal things. Wow. Crazy. Jordan.
Yes. I want to get into another thing real quick before we get into your other topic here. Did you listen to the song?
I did.
Skillet and Adam Gontier, aka the original lead singer for 3 Days Grace, fantastic voice, made a song together. Skillet and Adam Gontier. Skillet's a
Did you
very
listen to
well
it?
known, very reputable Christian rock band. They were really popular in the early 2000s, even outside of the Christian, music listener group. But they kind of dropped off from mainstream and kind of went more towards that Christian media. But with their most recent album, a lot of those have actually gotten really popular outside of Christian media again. So I think it's kind of more of a return to the roots. I haven't listened to the song yet, but I honestly, I wanted to get your thoughts on it first.
You're not gonna like it.
I'm not going to like it?
Okay, you're not gonna hate it either.
Okay.
Okay, aside from like the first 30 seconds to 45 to a minute, aside from that, there's like 4 verses in it.
I mean,
they
that's
just
how
repeat.
most
I
songs.
know. It sounds good, but I feel like there's more. I feel like I expected more from an Adam and Skillet mashup.
Really?
Because I love both of them, and there's a lot of different verses and a lot of typical, famous, most liked Skillet songs.
Mm-hmm.
And this was just not one of them. I
You think it
almost
was
felt
just too
like I
short?
listened to the wrong song, and maybe it was too short, but like like the last minute and a half, maybe they just repeated like the same 2 to 3 bars. Or at least it felt like that.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm still going to give it
It
a
still
listen.
sounds good. I went into the first minute thinking, bro, this is going to be the anthem of 2023. But then it just rode out. It just Oh, God.
You got to go get your charger, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Say it.
Battery.
Say it.
I got to get my charger.
No, you're about to leave, right?
Yeah.
What do you
Wait
say?
a second. Okay, my battery's on 19%. Okay, I thought it was going to die immediately. I was going to have a heart attack. Jordan, say something funny.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Hey, the Patreon. The new Patreon content should actually be out by the time this episode comes out. So, yeah, the new month of Patreon content will be out by now. If you're interested in checking out the Patreon, go check it out. So, like, the way I'm having it work is, like, you get the backlog. So, like, obviously, if you subscribe now, you're also going to get all the content from the last month. Or, like, if you subscribe 10 months from now, you're going to get all the content from the past 10 months. So, like, there's a lot of stuff you can watch. I mean, I think we've already got probably an hour's worth of content on there. With this next month, we'll probably have close to maybe 3 hours. We'll see what happens. I'm not entirely sure. Mostly depends on what I can get done. But like, yeah, it's fun stuff. Go check out the Patreon. It's really good. Not to sound greedy, but give us money. No. As we discussed before, our money's going into a pool for the time being. Isaac, are you good?
Yeah, I just had to tell the toddler to go upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was Jordan on Patreon.
Yes. So, do you have any real content to send me for your trip for Patreon?
Well, I have no
No
snowboarding.
content, which is a
content.
real upset, honestly. I was a little bit bummed out when you said that.
Yeah, it makes me think, shouldn't we just release it for free on YouTube? Because, like, if the people aren't getting what they are expecting, they shouldn't pay for it.
Or
I'm
go
really big for
snowboarding
the
again.
people, huh?
Or we go snowboarding again.
We can go snowboarding in Boone.
Actually,
If
yeah,
you
right
save
now,
up-
Northern Iowa probably has some really good slopes.
If you save up for some renting money and you go snowboarding with me, that'd be sick. Jordan, what are you doing?
Sorry, Tim just sent a message. He left something in the fridge for Ness and Jeezy, and I was like, "What the frick? Stop breaking into the house while I'm gone, Tim."
What the frick? Stop checking Discord.
All right. Get into your final topic.
You think this is the final topic? We're only 34 minutes in, baby girl.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Jordan. Jordan matched with a girl on Tinder a couple
Yeah.
days ago.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, brother.
She said, "Hey, shorty, what's up?" Question mark. And I was like, hey, nothing much. I'm just arguing with my friend about what the best Ninja Turtle was. He says it's Michelangelo. I think he's wrong. It's Donatello.
All right, now tell us about what happened in between those messages.
She disappeared.
What do you mean?
She disappeared from my Tinder,
Oh.
but she came back,
What?
and all the messages are gone.
Did she match with you again?
I have no idea. Like I'll show
I'm
you.
trying to remember my experience with Tinder. Usually if they disappear, they unmatch you, and it's donezo. They're gone.
Yeah.
But like, what?
She
is
was
this,
like she was
is
no
this a
longer in the
duplicate?
thing.
Is this a bot?
She's verified.
Oh, okay.
So like she was gone. I checked out and I was like, oh dang, she unmatched with me. Oh well. I checked again today. She was back and like the messages were gone. I was like, what the heck? What's going on here, man?
You should say exactly what she said. Hey, shorty, what's up? I feel like that'd be very funny. Well, that's too bad. You know what kind of story arc it would be to try to get you a girlfriend this year? Dude, if you actually got a girlfriend, we would put her on the podcast, and then I would make a supercut of all the times you mentioned getting a girlfriend or struggling to have a girlfriend or wanting one, and this conversation right now, and then boom. Dude,
Just
Fox News would tune into that
put
shit.
like a music overlay, like the dun 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 dun, that one. As it builds up and the rolls get faster and faster, and then you just at the end you just it's a clip for.
You know, that's actually okay. So 105.9 is the classical music on the radio right now, and I listen to classical music as much as I can in the car. I feel like it's very calming. I feel like it's also adding to my sophistication.
I think classical music's boring as fuck.
I think classical music's awesome, actually.
I can't.
Okay,
I can't.
it is dubstep from
cannot.
100 years ago. Okay.
I can't. I have legitimately tried. Like, don't get me wrong. There are instrumental songs that I can really like and really get into. Like the score for Interstellar, by far one of my favorites. The score from the Crisis franchise, by far one of my favorites. Hans Zimmer in general is just an amazing composer, and I really like him. But like classical, like Beethoven and shit, nah.
Beethoven, Mozart.
Nah, I can't. I can't. I have
Sebastian
a problem.
Bach.
I have a real problem with getting into like really old things.
Really? So you're like Hannah?
Honestly, yeah, but I'm saying like
Really?
100-year-old plus things. Like if it's older than 100 years, I really just don't want anything
Would
to
you
do with it.
check out the original Nosferatu movie?
I have seen bits and pieces of it.
I feel like black and white silent films that are horror movies are 10 times scarier because it's just silent.
I brought that up in the Halloween episode, actually. The very first zombie movie, Night of the Living Dead, or whatever the heck, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it was black and white. And it wasn't a silent movie, but it was in black and white, and it was a lot of it was like what wasn't there is the scary part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, the art of suggestion. It's a Alfred Hitchcock strategy.
Mhm.
He either made it famous, or he sounds like he didn't create it, but Spielberg adopted it too, and that's what made Jaws very successful. But like that tune that you just did, da, 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 da,
Yeah.
they taught us that in kindergarten,
Yeah.
and it's actually one of my favorite classical songs.
Yeah. I remember playing it on the recorder.
And then I don't know, I'm probably gonna get some hate for this. I love the remix that the Trolls movie made of it. Hair in the air, hair in the air. Dun, 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 dun,
I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest.
Your sister would know.
Yeah, she would.
Oh man. So Jordan, anything else about your week, brother?
So not too much really. I mean, I've been pretty busy with work.
All right, moving on then.
No, so I had a daily shift this week,
Okay.
which was kind of weird because it was the first one out of nowhere.
Okay.
I honestly still don't know why they did that. I guess because like I talked to Connor, I was like, "Did you ask for my help?"
They gotta check if you still got it.
I guess so. I don't know. And Connor told me no, someone did, wasn't me.
Connor's fucking with you, bro.
Maybe.
We've been trying to get you back since you left.
Honestly, yeah. They all have been.
You're so much more likable at Hy-Vee than me.
Well, yeah. People loved you at the Grimes Hy-Vee, okay?
At the Grimes Hy-Vee.
Yes.
Grimes.
Yes. Do you remember Jenny?
I knew you were gonna say that. Jenny's like your only example. Jenny and I, we were fucking.
Elise liked you.
Oh yeah, at least like me too.
I've actually brought you up a couple times to her. I mean, nothing like specific, just like didn't what was it?
Isaac.
Yeah, I know, but like fuck you. Sorry, some other things. Didn't Isaac do a good job? And he was like, "Yeah, I loved Isaac. I think that's what it was. Something like that. Something along those lines."
So what you're saying,
like,
you never talked to Allie.
And I've talked to Allie a couple of times. Like, I mean, she just got back from a vacation. She had actually become more talkative to me, actually,
Nice.
which was interesting. I was like, oh, that's cool. I love getting to know people. And, like, I'm hoping, actually, with me being an assistant manager now, I will actually be talking to a lot more
Oh,
people.
of course.
Because,
They're gonna respect you now.
the big thing with me is I never talk to anyone because I don't want them to feel threatened or be like, that type of shit. I'll gladly, if someone talks to me, I will gladly talk to them very happily. I love talking to people.
You see, I feel like being short is not too many advantages, but there's one big advantage of not being
Threatening.
overbearing or threatening, right?
I'm a big boy and a big boy, so like
I feel like I have a really good medium of if I wear the right muscle shirt walking alone by myself, people will leave me alone generally. But at the same time, if I put on the right clothes, if I put on the right smile, if I have the right tone in my voice, anybody will talk back to me. Be like, "Hey, how you doing today?" You know, I feel like I have a contagious smile. What, did you just discover money in your jacket?
yeah, I have no idea where this came from.
It came from me. Give it.
I don't put money in my jacket. I'm trying to.
How much is it, brother?
Oh wait, I know what that was Christmas money.
Christmas money. Don't you
$25.
love it when you find Christmas money?
Yeah.
Like super late?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like getting paid.
Yeah. Speaking of getting paid, my paychecks are gonna be
Good. Good. I keep discovering things that I want for the podcast, but since my Minnesota vacation, I'm a little bit low on money. I'm actually super tight on money this month or this week, and probably next week
Well,
too.
like I have like an entire wish list on Amazon for the podcast.
So I keep on running into like new devices and companies that I want to invest in for podcasting.
Like what kind of? Because I already
I have not memorized a single. Actually, I have memorized a single one, but I saw one today that I sent to you. Did you check that out?
You sent me.
I ran into an ad on Instagram
Oh,
and I
okay.
sent it to you. Did you see that?
I don't check Instagram. You know that.
Yeah, but like sometimes I just. Hopefully he looks at Instagram today. You know.
We'll see. We'll see.
So like, I don't know. It's like this weird kettle-shaped thing that charges little square mics, and you can clip them on to your person. And they're like, you can podcast anywhere, anytime. And it's actually like a really cool looking device. You can only pre-order it now, right now. I think it's going to be uber expensive though. Looking at so many different podcast equipment, it's going to be... There's this company called Focusrite that I want to invest in as well. I feel like if we can get a... I keep on forgetting what it's called. But it's just one of those platforms where you plug in multiple mics into, so it's just one stream of audio, so you don't have to line them up. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to get one of those. I feel like that's a really good next step in how we are audibly.
So, I wouldn't say. Okay, I already have it planned out what we're gonna get for our next step audio wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have this interface, and then there's 4 microphones.
That's what it is.
Yeah, like it's this red interface. It's about $300,
Nice.
and then the microphones are like $75 to $100 each.
Okay.
So like,
Are
little
you
less
betting
than
that we will
1,000.
sound really good though? Like,
oh yeah, it will.
Are we going to sound equal to or better than what we sound like?
It'd be better
right
than
now?
what we have now.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure about
Yeah,
that?
because they're all XLR.
Dude, I am speaking into the souls of people's ears right now.
Like I
sound
said,
so delicate.
they'd be XLR, so that's like the best.
If you
can
guys
get.
like this close-up narration, go listen to Isaac Narrates.
Just shameless self plug.
Is it really a self-plug if the episodes are still under the same podcast?
I mean, I guess no.
All those episodes do is tear down our average listens per episode, because like I don't really advertise them, and they just. I mean, if you run into it, you run into it. I've advertised for a couple. What should be Isaac Narrates for February? The time I almost went to jail?
I thought you did that already.
No, I was contemplating whether or not to do it first before the Spielberg one, but I was like, I might as well do the Spielberg one while I'm still kind of a Spielberg head, because I feel like if I did it around now or a couple weeks from now, I'd be so freaking over him. Who knows though?
Maybe it would spark another burst. Be like, yeah, give me more Steven.
Bursts can only happen far in between.
That's not true.
For me, at least on some stuff like that. But like, I love Steven Spielberg. Who knows? I still, I mean, like just in this episode, I dropped some more info on him. But yeah. What should I read this episode or this month?
I think probably the time you almost went to jail.
I feel like that's very,
It's a good one.
very interesting.
One.
That had my teacher saying, "I'm really interested in reading yours." when I turned that one in as a assignment, I feel like she never read it. I feel like that's when the teacher left.
Yeah.
Shout out to those who were listening in those early episodes when when my teacher went missing. She's actually back. I have her this semester.
Oh really?
Yeah. Dude, she's so happy. I feel like it's because she didn't have to do shit last semester, but she's so chill, bro.
Did you talk to her and ask her like, hey, what happened?
Oh, we all know what happened.
Well, what happened?
Well, remember what I mentioned last time? I mean, I feel bad for mentioning it now, but like, I mean, everybody.
I remember you saying her daughter was sick.
No, her kid. I don't know if it was a daughter, but it was her kid. was sick, so that made her gone for a couple times.
Yeah.
And then her father died, and then that's when she really took a sabbatical.
Oh, yeah. You
Remember
didn't
that?
say that before.
Yes, I did.
I would remember that.
Are you sure?
I remember what you saying
Episode
was
5?
your
Mentioned in the early of the episode? Episode 5?
episode.
I love having these disagreements with you because it's all freaking recorded.
I can go back and check.
Yeah.
But like what I remember,
I feel like I'd remember that.
what I remember you saying was you had someone, I think it was like a higher up in the school or something like that, come in and be like, I don't know where your
she
teacher's
is.
at.
Yeah. Clarity happened like maybe a week. I don't know what the timetable was. It's unfair for me to say without knowing. But
Honestly,
obviously she started being gone
And then I
before
remember
people
after that-
actually got wind of really what happened.
And I remember after that you had said, yeah, we got a new teacher, and I was like, do you know what happened to the last one? And you were like, no.
So I had assumed that she got fired until I told my new teacher that I might that I should probably just unenroll in the classes, because like I immediately enrolled in another semester of my current teacher because I had liked her, and thankfully I did that because I like her all over again this semester. But I was like, I should probably pick a different class if she's not going to be here anymore, because I thought she was gone,
Mm-hmm.
But no, she's like, no, she'll be here next semester. I'm like, really? And then that made me know something before any of my other classmates knew. And I was actually the person that was like sharing the news, because like everybody thought she had gotten fired because of her attendance.
Mm.
But like,
Yeah,
I don't really
remember
like
you-
bringing that up too much because I feel like it's disrespectful to her. But she it's almost quite obvious that everybody knows at this point why she was gone last semester. So she's a little bit of open to it / accepting of it. So, she's one of those gals that's probably, I mean, I haven't name dropped her. So
Yeah, I think that's fine.
yeah. Really cool teacher though. Really liked her.
Yeah.
I feel like she had obviously a good retention of students in my current class. There's about 5 kids in that class, including me, that had her last semester. But only me and one other person from my class from last semester joined. And I think the other kid joined because he thought he was getting the substitute. He had said something that it was her name when he enrolled, and I guess it switched back when the original teacher came back, which was hilarious to me.
That is pretty funny, actually.
But yeah.
There was something else I wanted to bring up.
Well, we're at 51. We can start doing the closer.
No, not yet. It was something that you had brought up. This isn't it, but Jared Leto being 51. What the fuck?
I knew that he was old.
What?
Yeah, it's like
He
this
looks like a 30-year-old.
It's like this huge thing that he is 51 years old, was 50, and he's an absolutely beautiful man. I mean, he's in Fight Club.
What?
He's in Fight Club.
I didn't know that.
He's the blonde. You should take a look. It's really weird.
Okay. I mean, he's also the lead singer for 30 Seconds to Mars, right?
He definitely looks like a singer, but I don't know who 36 to Mars is.
They're a very well-known popular rock band. Like, that was like his big thing, and then he went to acting, kind of like a Justin Timberlake situation.
Well, he's doing acting right so far. I mean,
some people would disagree.
Okay. I feel like for the amount of roles he's had, he's definitely not as credited as.
He's still a pretty big name. He's a very severe method actor, and that's what makes a lot of his makes him difficult to work with sometimes, because he's like, you know what method acting is, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. He takes that to the most extreme sense.
Really?
Like, when he was doing Joker, like when he was playing the Joker, like he would literally he did some not so great things.
I mean, so was The other Joker
Joaquin
actor.
Phoenix, or
No.
are you talking about?
Heath Ledger.
Heath
He was
Ledger.
a method actor too.
Yes, he was. He was also a method actor.
Yeah, and he didn't he do some really weird things when he was trying to be the Joker too?
Yeah.
Don't cast method actors as Joker.
Yeah, that's honestly that should be a given. I do want to
Don't cast method actors as Jeffrey Dahmer.
I do want to talk about the Back to the Future meme real quick. Now I haven't verified whether
Apply
or not.
context.
So Isaac sent me this thing that I've also been seeing circulating Facebook, saying today is the day Marty McFly arrives when he travels to the future, and then it shows the date, which makes it looks like a screen grab from the movie. I haven't verified whether or not that's true, but like I seriously don't think it is, because this is like Isaac has told me. This kind of thing happens.
That
like,
meme
every year.
circulates every other year, dog.
Yeah.
It started doing it like a couple years before the actual date. It was like in 2015 or 2016. And the reason why I know that is because there was like that big joke in the movie where, oh my gosh, the Chicago Cubs finally won the World Series. And they actually, in real life, won the World Series either a year off from that or the exact year, which is the craziest freaking thing in the first place. But I know for a fact it was like 2015 or 2016. And I remember like we started seeing it in 2013 saying, hey, we're 2 years away from Marty McFly coming to us, you know.
The problem is,
and now it just circulates.
The problem is that there's so many future related dates in the Back to the Future movies. Like, so there's the year Doc Brown was initially gonna go to the future at the very beginning of the first movie, which I think was actually 2011. And then there was the year at the end of the first movie that he went to the future, which I think was 2013, maybe even. I'm not too sure. Good luck Googling it. It's not very easy.
I'm not going to
of
Google
how
it.
specific.
I'm going to our podcast notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to close it after we're done discussing this.
And then at the end of the first movie, beginning of the second movie, there's the year that they actually all three went to the future, which I'm pretty sure was 2015.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be.
And then what was I'm trying to think. There was one more. There was one more. I don't remember what it was though. Either way, yeah. There was like multiple dates where they traveled to the future, and like it got confusing. It got very confusing because like which one did they actually do? Technically all of them. Anyways, yeah. Let's get our closer out here. It's been a good episode actually this week. So
very. I want to say we changed the number on the free T-shirts that we are giving out because, frankly, the emails are dry right now.
Y'all fuckers are way too fucking slow.
So, the new promotion is
5 shirts.
5 shirts, 2 of which have been taken.
Has Hannah
3.
done Logan's shirt yet?
No, I gotta actually be on. I'm gonna pretend that another person ordered it because I feel like she genuinely thinks that she made one for Logan, which she didn't. And I'm not gonna tell her we downsized it to 5, so she's just gonna keep on making them. And then suddenly I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you're done. You don't have to make these."
That might work. That should probably work.
Yeah, lying gets you everywhere. Okay? Lying fixes all your problems, guys. Okay? If there's one thing you should learn from this podcast, it's to lie all the time.
Don't do that. That's a lie.
Hey, stop lying to our customers. Stop lying to our fans. Anyways, yeah. At this point, you should know how to get the shirt. We're going to do new ad reads on video and microphone to attach at the beginning and the ending of each episode.
Yeah.
But, Jordan, what's the question for this episode?
You know, that's a really good question. What did we talk about this week that really would spark some sort of conversation? Or
Would you convert to alphemism?
You know, yeah,
Would you stick a troll doll in your ass
to be immortal
to be
and then
immortal
replace it every 5 years.
and do it every 5 years? Just
Would-
one trip to the
yeah.
highest point in Nepal and meet Gary. Stick it up your ass. Do it 5 years again.
Oh,
Forever.
what if you run out of troll dolls?
No. There will never be
Just no.
no more troll dolls.
Uh,
But yeah, that's the question. Would you convert to alphemism?
All right.
All right, guys. Whatever
Isaac-
you listen on, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, YouTube, rate us 5 stars or give us a like, guys. Wherever you're listening, to help us out with that algorithm, share it with your friends, share it with your family, do all the good stuff.
Share it with your dog.
Let's get into the Anchor stats because now I'm actually proud to share it.
I guess, yeah, we actually saw some good stuff come from this one, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. So we have 338 all-time plays, 7 plays per episode, and an audience size of 16.
Nice.
An audience size of 16? Oh, my gosh. You guys are great. You guys are great. Yeah, we've been getting a
Audience
lot of
size-
listens lately.
Audience size is based off of consistent listeners, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't just go back and listen to like 5 episodes 5 times to boost the stats. That's not how that works.
Okay.
Maybe it helps out with total listens, but it keeps track of audience size of unique visitors, right? So that's great. Let's see. I think actually episode like 21 is getting really up there. It's got 8 plays on Spotify right now.
Really?
Yeah, and I think on YouTube it's gotten a few views as well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess everybody's interested in selling the truck and Hy-Vee, which is, I guess, is good, right? Because it's got 10 views on YouTube, so that's a total of 18 people. Some may be the same person, but I don't care. That's
And
traffic,
thumbnails
bro.
probably really help too.
Yes, the thumbnails definitely help. Shout out to Dustin Dalton, our editor. I guess we should just call him Dustin Tyler. That's what he wants to go by, huh?
Really?
I mean, that's what he went by on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
can't really
Should
do
we
it.
exploit him to make our podcast more famous? The guy is our graphic designer.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's our intro song.
Oh hell no. I actually want to play with something because like I talked to Dustin and I have not talked to Darren, but I feel like those guys definitely have the tools to make some intro. Dustin's like, yeah, Darren could probably make something for you. I'm like, that's definitely something I want to be in the room in for. So, oh my gosh. So, yeah, I actually have this beatboxing rhythm that I've had since like middle school. Hi, Hannah.
Hey, Maria's going to the hospital, so I'm gonna go meet her up there.
What's wrong with her?
She hurt her head at camp and like she's not really responsive.
Should I go?
You don't have to, but if you want to, you can.
If you wait, can you wait?
Um,
We're about to close this up
5
right
minutes.
now.
5 minutes, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. I
Who?
got some stuff to do after this. Let's see. What was I talking about?
You didn't answer my question.
What's that?
Who?
Who? Mercedes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just go on to the next thing. But yeah, watch us on YouTube, Scaldstone Productions. Follow us on Facebook, Scaldstone Productions. TikTok, Scaldstone Productions. Twitter, @_ too many words, or TMW _ podcasts. And of course, follow the thing that I'm trying to promote, at least for social media platforms. The Instagram is at Too Many Words Podcast.
Yes.
Give it a follow, baby girl.
Isaac,
Yes.
who do you make this episode out to?
And please, if you're a reader, check out thescaldstone.com.
What the fuck?
It's got our bios on it. It's got my writing works on it. Maybe it has other people's writings works on it eventually, because I'm open to anybody who works for the Scaldstone to write an article. If you want to write about something, just saying.
Isaac, who do you make this episode out to?
What do I make this episode out to?
Orange juice.
Orange juice, because I just went through this entire podcast episode with my rough voice. Hopefully it was very sexy for some of you guys. Yeah. Turn myself into a sex icon. Nope, my nana wouldn't like that. Never mind. A not sex icon. Turn me into an icon.
That's the promo right there. That's the promo right there. Nope, my nana wouldn't like that.
Oh, but yeah.
Yeah.
Who or what do you want to make this
There you
podcast
go.
episode out
This
to,
episode
Jordan?
goes out to Connor. Because Connor, honestly,
You played
he's been a
double
real
agent
G
to get your
lately,
ass
so-
in the deli.
Yeah. All right. Amen on 3.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.
Amen.